The reason I decided to stand in Goldenhill and Sandyford, I came to Stoke in 2006 and thinking that this is a job I was offered here, and I was offered a job among 18 candidates. This is the first job it was advertised, and I thought I'll just stay for a few weeks and then move to London. And this I was trained in Scotland in Dumfries in general practice. So when I came here, I have to say Stoke is like a cul-de-sac. Once you come here, you don't want to go back. Because the people here in Golden and Sandyford showed me so much affection, and I was initially I was worried about how I'll settle down, and it was such a good actually community over there. So I decided to actually take over the practice from the retiring GPs at the time. So I took over the practice from then 2007, and then I started building the relationships with the patients and the people of the community. And so I started to work towards not just the healthcare, to looking at other aspects as well. So, for example, when care home closed in Goldenhill, I actually went for auction and bought it from the council. And I opened again the care home because the committee told me that at least 50 jobs are going to lose in the community if you close that care home. So I opened again within 1 month of closure, and when I bought it in auction, and then I sold it to the nurses who were working there, so that it's still part of the community. So that's how I continue to actually help the community, which has given me a lot as well. Because of what happened in Goldenhill and the relationship, I improved my knowledge and skills as a GP, and I enjoyed becoming a GP. And then I slowly realized that number of my consultations, at least I would say 15 to 20%, are not really health related. They're mostly social related. And you won't believe it, an 86-year-old lady called me one day saying that, Dr. Chandra, I'm calling you because my bowel is broken. I don't know who to call. And this shows how much I was considered as a part of the community, part of the extended member of the family, rather than just their own doctor. So then I realized that I think there's a lot to be done, and the health and social care cannot be separated. They're completely interlinked. And the big difference is that I want to serve the community and create a proper plan for the next 4 years. In the immediate term, what are our things? In medium to long term, what are the things need to be done? And I'm accessible anywhere in their practice. I don't need to do a separate surgery. I'm there every day in Goldenhill. And I want to listen to the concerns. And I already have some ideas about these are the areas where we have big problems, particularly around drug and alcohol. And there's so many untold stories in Goldenhill and Sandyford. At least 4 of my patients have committed suicide, and this is because of their benefits being cut, that sort of thing. And those stories are never told, it never came out, and I want to actually show them that there's somebody there who can listen to them and do something for them and do support them. And that's exactly the reason why I want to stand up for them. And so a number of health issues were there in the whole population. Particularly, we have a high prevalence of smoking, and we have high morbidity and mortality index when compared to other areas of Stoke. So my worry is that when people in Trentham can live up to 84, and people in my area can live maximum up to 74, it's a big, huge difference of 10 years. So this kind of injustice or kind of difference between the kind of health systems that's happening, why it should happen. And I think I want to make Golden and Sandyford population to live as long as anybody in Trentham as well. And so I want to actually do something that help not only help, but improve their social well-being and improve their health promotion, and also work on the smoking, alcohol and drug-related kind of health promotion as well, and build up the community as we're all in it together to support each other. And that's what I want to do. The one thing I want is that when I want to sit with the people of the community to prepare a plan, and I want to say that you created this plan. These are the immediate things you wanted in 1 year, 2 years, and 4 years. I'll make sure that the funding is available for that, and it will be very accountable for the funding that will be spent on that. And the needs, the one thing we'll do is that a strategy plan where the community feel that this is where we want the spending for. And it could be simple health promotion or simple, said to you, network work, and so that it can support the Golden Sandyford community.